What's up, Fish Tank TV? This is Fish Tank, and today I'm bringing you another tutorial Tuesday, and it's another Cichlid tutorial Tuesday because we're going to get no Planet Tank tutorial Tuesdays today because I just didn't feel like there was anything to talk about. Although, let's get back to here. So, yeah, Cichlid fry. How to care for Cichlid fry? It's actually quite easy, but there's a little bit of things that you actually need to take into consideration before getting them. So Cichlid fry are very sensitive to water parameters, okay? So get perfect water parameters, and if you got them in a small tank, you're really going to be an expert on water chemistry because you want the water to be spot on, okay? Both at pH, nitrates, as well as GH and KH and all that good stuff, okay? So I wouldn't recommend dosing salts in a fry tank because it's going to be hard on your small fish. But when they get bigger, when they get like maybe 2 inches, you can easily just put salt in. It's just much more cheaper. But for the time being, you gotta use chemicals. I don't know why I got some fertilizer there. I think I used it for my plants up here. But anyways, get something that increase the pH. For example, GH plus is both. Increase the KH a little bit. Not too much, but it does a little bit. The GH, it buffers a lot, as well as the pH. So GH plus is good. It actually also releases a little bit of salts and minerals into the water, but not pure salt, but also a lot of minerals. And then you gotta get some bacteria, for example, Colombo bacteria, which is basically just some bacteria you pour in every week, and you just give him 2 cups every week or something like that, and that is going to kill nitrates really quickly and also do the nitrogen cycle for you. So they're super safe here, removing dangerous chlorine and metals in the water, although I do not use it for that matter because I don't need that here in Denmark because we don't have any dangerous metals, chlorine or chloramines in the water. We don't have anything, but it does boost the fish metabolism a lot because there's some stuff in there that is good for them. And it also removes the stuff out from fertilizer that my fish don't really like. So yeah, that's why I use it. Anyways, those are the chemicals I use, and it works great. A little thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the genetics of African Cichlid fry. It's very hard to master because you need to be an expert in this, and it is like if you have, it's almost impossible, okay? You will have at least if you have over 10 fry, you will have at least one fry dead. Why? Because there is a reason that cichlids do have so many fry when they spit them out. They won't all survive, guys, and then you're really lucky if they do. Because there's going to be some genetic problems, like maybe they don't got the right fins, maybe they are inbred, maybe they are having problems with their body, a wrong back or something like that, a weird tail, there's just a lot of stuff which actually prevents them from getting fed, as well as fish that are too small to actually feed, and there's just a lot of problems, it's just like if you get kittens. You all guys know that there's almost, if you get like 6 kittens, there's almost all the time going to die one of them because it's way too small, anyways, if there's when there's these small Cichlid fry, it's going to be they're going to die sadly, although the good healthy ones that are big and feed and fight and just swim around and be active, those guys are really going to survive, and they are amazing at surviving. You won't believe how good they are at it. But those small ones, they don't got a chance, guys. I'm sorry to say, but it happens. It even happened for me. I think like 4 of my fry have died because they were too small. They couldn't even feed. But my other cichlids here, they feed like crazy. They eat everything they see, and they fight a lot. They just swim around a lot. Just look at that. Look at that fighting going on over there. They're going to they're actually already fighting with their mouths. You can already see them fighting for the shells and stuff like that. Which brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. Get some cover. for your fish, because you need a lot of water movement. You need to oxygenate the water as much as possible, guys. So get a good filter, set it on max. I actually prefer an internal filter. I don't like sponge filters, I hate them. What to do if you don't want your fry to get sucked up? Underneath here I just put a little bit of filter sponge under here, and basically I'm going to change that every month. Anyways, they're not going to be sucked up into there, which is amazing. Haven't got any fry that is sucked up in there. I have even checked every week and I can't see any. So you know, they won't get sucked up in there, so don't worry, guys. But if you do the right thing, they won't get sucked up. Okay, so get some filter sponge, some filter floss, and put up there, and then you'll be fine. Alright, so also get some rocks and shells, because they can hide in the shells and sleep, but they will also fight a little bit for the shells, which are healthy for the fish. You know, it's healthy for them to go around and move. It also is also healthy to for them to also rest a lot. So what I can recommend is getting Java fern. Over here in this big clump here, you can see that it's just a big clump of roots. And my cichlids love this. They're going to swim inside of that, and they're just going to hide. Java moss is great as well. They also feed on that constantly, because there's those ball leaves they're going to feed on. But there's also a little bit of cover. Rocks are great as well. You know, for example, up here they can sit and rest. In the back over here they can rest. Just a way they can get away from the water flow, because they can't tolerate to swim 24/7. That is going to be too hard on the fish, and they're basically going to die. You want to feed them the right thing. If you got heterochromis, feed like 50% meat, 50% veggies. You know the stuff. Feed flake food, Malawi flake food, Tanganyika flake food, pellets, micro pellets. You know, that is what I feed them, micro pellets and Tanganyika flakes, and these are Mabuna fish. You know, and they're doing absolutely amazing. But I got a more detailed video on African cichlid feeding, and I'm going to put the video over here so you guys can go check it out after this video. Anyways, what else can I recommend? Not much else really, because you know that from that point on your fish are going to grow like crazy, and they're going to have a very healthy life. You will, as I said, see some fish dying. Because there is going to be there is a higher chance that if you buy your fish together, for example, my rotters got bought together, maybe they're brothers and sisters, so there's inbreeding coming in. So there's one of the fry that a lot of the fry that maybe has some inbreeding problems, you know, and there's also maybe you don't even know if their parents, the parents of these guys, their parents, if they were inbred as well. You know, you just don't know. You don't know. It's hard to say. And that is what I'm talking to you guys about. You know, the genetic stuff is just impossible to master. I'm just telling you guys. So don't worry if you see some African cichlid fry that dies. But if you see the big fry like these guys that are fat and swims around and fight and stuff like that, if you see them dying, then you got a problem. But the other ones, you shouldn't even mind it, okay? You just remove it with your finger and feed it to your cichlids or something like that. That is what I did. It ends their life quickly instead of flushing them out in the toilet or something like that. Anyways, yeah, that is all I really can say. It's easy, but it's really fun. It's really fun watching them grow. Feed them live food every now and again. It's fun to watch. They love it. They go all crazy. So yeah, see you guys in another video.